Hello, everyone. In this session, we're going to be taking a look at group policy preferences, and the particular preference that we're looking at is the shortcut preference. We're going to create a policy that will place a shortcut on the user's desktop. The user that we want to work with is called Martin. So we want to find Martin and make sure we have the correct password for him. Martin is already in our users group and Active Directory users and computers. So we're going to click on users in Active Directory users and computers console, and we're going to look for Martin. Here we have Martin. I'm going to right click on Martin. I'm going to say reset password. I'm going to reset Martin's password so that when we log in as Martin, we're sure what password we need to use. The new password must match, so let's go back again and make sure that that's correct. Let's see if we have the same password. Right. So now we have changed the password for Martin. And we're going to create an OU. I'm going to right click on Contoso. And I'm going to click on New Organizational Unit. And I'm going to call the OU shortcut to memo. I'm going to say OK. And now what I want to do is to place Martin in that OU. So I'm going to go back to Martin. And we could have created Martin in the OU also, but he was already in the users container. So what I'm going to do is to go to Martin. I'm going to move Martin. I'm going to place Martin in the shortcut to memo OU. So now we have Martin in that OU. What we need to do is to go into group policy and create a policy on that OU. But first, let's go and put the file that we need the shortcut to point to. So we're going to go to the C drive and we're going to go into lab files. Lab files folder is already shared. So we're going to right click and say new text document. I'm going to call the document memo because we actually want to create a shortcut to memo, and we want when Martin logs on to his Windows 10 machine that he sees the shortcut on his desktop. So we're going to go to Tools, Group Policy Management, and we're going to create that policy on the shortcut OU. So here we have the shortcut to memo OU. So we're going to right click and say create a GPO in this domain and link it here. And we're going to name that GPO memo. And we're going to click on OK. Here below the OU, we have the memo GPO. So we want to edit that. So we're going to right click and edit. We're going to go to user configuration and preferences. We want to go to Windows settings. And here we have shortcuts. So we're going to right click on shortcut and say new shortcut. For the action, we want to click on Create. And for the name, we want to give a name to that shortcut. And we're just going to call it M Shortcut. The target type is a file system object, so we're going to leave that. And we want to specify the location, meaning where we want the shortcut to appear on the user's desktop, which the user in our case is Martin. So we're going to just click desktop because we want Martin to see the shortcut on his desktop. Now for the target path, we're going to type the UNC path. And we're on our DC, so that's going to //DC. We were in the lab files folder. So we're going to type lab files. And the text document was called memo.txt. Let's double check, make sure we have it right. So that is the UNC path to memo.txt. That is DC lab files memo.txt. And we want to say apply and OK. We can close the group policy window. And what we want to remember to do here is to do a refresh on that policy. So we're going to click on Run as Administrator for PowerShell prompt, and we're going to do a GP update /force and press enter to execute, and we can see that the policy is being updated. We can close that prompt. So now what we want to do is to go to Windows 10. So we're going to access Windows 10 computer. And while we're on Windows 10, we want to click on Other User. And we want to type Martin. And we're going to put in the password that we gave for Martin. And we're going to sign on as Martin. And we're going to wait to see if we actually see the shortcut on Martin's desktop. And as we can see here, the shortcut, M shortcut, is on Martin's desktop. When Martin clicks on that shortcut is going to bring up that memo document that we placed on the server. This is the end of our session, and I want to thank you for listening.